Okay, so far we know that Danville is going to play in our finals. Let's see between Prairie Central and St. Joe-Ogden who will do that as well. Let's meet the teams and then we'll get started.
Nathan Schul, Jr.
Matt Tankersley, Sr.
Michaela Lindsay, Senior.
Jacob Wolf, Senior.
Madeline DeJarnett, Jr.
Cassie Monk, Jr.
Miranda Hahn, Jr.
Madison Nift, Senior.
Abby Cottrell, Senior.
Hunter Bolin, Senior.
Kyle S. Steininger, Jr.
Noah Meister, Senior.
Danny Wells, Jr.
Travis Mueller, Jr.
Maria Carranza, Senior.
Brianna Kerner, Senior.
Jillian Apple, Senior.
Braden Thomas, Senior.
Marcos Carranza, Senior.
Okay, let's get started with our bracket 2 final. Which one of these is not a mushroom? Morel, cremini, enoki, and kombu. Which one is not a mushroom? Nathan, St. Joe.
Enoki?
No, not enoki. You guys can confer?
Kombu.
Kombu is correct. In bowling, how many strikes make up a perfect game? Hunter, percentile.
12.
12 is correct. What one word was intentionally left out of the movie version of Mario Puzo's novel, The Godfather, even though that word was the working title of the book? What word was not used in The Godfather? That word was mafia, oddly enough. What family comic by Bill Keane always appears in a circle? Kyle, person.
Family Circle.
No, not correct. You guys can defer.
Circle comic.
No, Family Circus. Family Circus. Not Family Circus. What popular singer spoke the words, "Wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet," in the 1927 movie The Jazz Singer? Nathan, St. Joe.
Armstrong?
Not Armstrong, no. You guys can confirm? Need an answer?
No answer.
Al Jolson. Al Jolson. It's one of the first talkies. Who wrote the music for the musical Wicked? That was Stephen Schwartz. Stephen Schwartz. Which Viennese classical composer started his first concert tour at the age of 6? Percentile Kyle.
Mozart.
Yes, Mozart. Founded by Vikings, what is the name of Ireland's oldest city, now known for its fine crystal glassware? That is Waterford. Waterford Crystal. Name the 3 U.S. states that start and end with the letter A. 3 U.S. states. Percentile Hunter.
Alabama. Alaska.
Need an answer? No, you guys can confer? Oh, you can confer.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. Arizona, Alaska, and Alabama.
That is correct. Sedalia, Missouri hosts a ragtime music festival named for what noted ragtime composer? Probably not the only one. Oh, you have an answer?
Gershwin?
Not Gershwin, no. You guys can confirm?
King?
No, Scott Joplin. Scott Joplin. Wrote The Entertainer and the Maple Leaf Rag. What 1,454-foot Manhattan building, built in 1931, is at 350 Fifth Avenue? Hunter, person.
Empire State Building.
Empire State Building is correct. What was the name of the world's first successfully cloned mammal? Hunter, person.
Dolly.
Dolly. She was a sheep. What bird has a third eyelid to help protect these headbangers from tearing their retinas? Abby, person.
Woodpecker.
Woodpecker is correct. Puxatawny, Pennsylvania has created the nation's official animal connected to what winter holiday? Hunter, person.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day is correct. What Florida port handles more cruise ship passengers than any other port in the world? Kyle, person.
Port Canaveral.
No, not correct. You guys can confirm?
Miami.
Miami is correct. What Italian term is used to describe a woman who is a talented opera singer and a prima donna? What Italian word is used to describe a woman who is a talented opera singer and a prima donna? Answer is diva. Who was the subject of the play The Lion in Winter? That was Henry II. The 16th Amendment to the Constitution, which was ratified in 1913, allowed Congress to do, Michaela, say Joe.
Income tax.
Yes, collect income taxes. Not very popular this time of year, I guess. Name the oath taken by new doctors. Hunter, press enter.
Hippocratic Oath.
Hippocratic Oath is correct. The title of the song "Kumbaya" is actually a distortion of what three-word phrase? Sorry. The title of the song "Kumbaya" is actually a distortion of what three-word phrase? Kumbaya is come by here. Come by here. What much-loved cartoonist had his address at 1 Snoopy Place? Jacob St. Joe.
Peanuts.
No, incorrect.
Charlie Brown.
Charles Schultz. Charles Schultz was the artist. Which Dickens character in Oliver Twist owned a pet dog named Bullseye? Kyle, person.
Fagin.
Not Fagin, no. You guys can confer?
Oliver.
No, Bill Sykes. Bill Sykes was who that was. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to St. Joe-Ogden.
Hi, I'm Steve Rutledge, and I'm a professor in humanities here at Parkland College. I am hungry, comma, I did not eat breakfast this morning. Those words, if written down, would be what we call a comma splice run-on. One way to correct a comma splice run-on would be this. I am hungry because I did not eat breakfast this morning. My question to you is this. What do we call words like because in this situation?
Coordinating conjunction.
I am hungry because I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Words like this are called subordinate conjunctions because they fix the run-on by taking the second clause and making it subordinate or dependent on the first clause.
Very close on the video question. It's back to our regular game. Who is the only U.S. president to receive a Pulitzer Prize? Kyle, person.
JFK.
Yes, John F. Kennedy for Profiles in Courage. What famous patriotic song was written on the back of an envelope during the Hunter, person?
Star Spangled Banner.
Yes, during the bombing of a fort. What were Calico Jack, Henry Morgan, Edward Teach, and Captain Kidd? Hunter, person.
Pirates.
Yes, they were pirates. In what city did Anne Frank write her diary? Hunter, person.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is correct. Who's the president of the University of Illinois?
Things I should know.
Robert A. Easter. What country used weatherborne balloons to drop more than 100 bombs on North America during World War II? Matt, say Joe.
Japan.
Japan is correct. There are 6 flavors of quarks, including up, down, bottom, top, and strange. Hunter, person.
Left and right.
No, that's incorrect. What is the 6th?
Yes. Charm.
Charm is correct.
I wanted to make sure I was saying charm and of charge.
What was the name of the ship Charles Darwin was traveling on? Hunter, person.
HMS Beagle.
Yes, Beagle. On what Ohio campus were 4 students killed during a protest in 1970? Jacob, say Joe.
Kent State.
Kent State is correct. Good job. What device is used for detecting and counting individual particles of radiation? Matt, say Joe.
Geiger counter.
Yes, Geiger counter. In which country is the port of Tampico? That is in, oh, Kyle?
Spain.
Not Spain. You guys can confirm? You need an answer?
Argentina.
Mexico. It's in Mexico. In the final book in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, it sold over 11 million copies in 24 hours. What was the title of this book? Nathan, say Joe.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
Yes. The mayfly lives 6 hours. How long does it take its eggs to hatch? Kyle, percentile.
3 years.
3 years is correct. WLS was for years an institution in Chicago radio. What Chicago-based department store chain owned this radio station? Kyle, percentile.
Marshall Fields.
Not Marshall Fields. You guys can confirm?
Carson's.
Sears. Sears. What blonde comedian of the 1980s and 1990s always asked her audiences, "Can we talk?" She also had a TV show about fashion. That was Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers. What is the name of Big Bird's buddy who no grown-ups could see until 1985? Michaela, say Joe.
Snuffleupagus?
That is correct. Who wrote the 1914 novel Tarzan of the Apes and the 1918 book The Land That Time Forgot? That was Edgar Rice Burroughs. Edgar Rice Burroughs. Who authored the top-selling children's book of all time, The Tale of Peter Rabbit? That was Beatrix Potter. What eclectic design style began in Paris in the 1920s? That style was Art Deco. Okay, that's the end of our first round. We'll tally up our scores and be back to do the lightning round when we come back. Okay, welcome back. Only 4 questions separating our teams as we head to the lightning round. What president signed the bill establishing the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday? That was Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan. Who wrote On the Origin of Species? Hunter, percent.
Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin is correct. What product was originally called Soundabout when it was introduced in the United States in 1979? That was the Sony Walkman. In what state would you find Pikes Peak? Kyle, percentile.
Colorado.
Colorado is correct. What artist prompted the Impressionist movement? That was Claude Monet. By what alias was the most important informant in the Watergate scandal? He was Deep Throat. Deep Throat. What boxer changed his name from Cassius Clay? Hunter.
Muhammad Ali.
Yes, Muhammad Ali. Fess Parker played what famous frontiersman in this 1955 Disney film? Kyle, percentile.
Daniel Boone.
No, it was Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett. Lake Titicaca is located on the border of what 2 South American countries? It is Peru and Bolivia. Peru and Bolivia. Which is the smallest state in the United States? 100%.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island is correct. Which international diet club operates a point system for every food? Abby, percentile.
Weight Watchers?
Weight Watchers is correct. What nation is divided in two by the Cook Strait? What nation is divided in two by the Cook Strait? Matt, say Joe.
New Zealand.
New Zealand is correct. What product does Bazooka Joe sell? 100%.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum, yes, and you got a comic in every one. What appropriately named river flows through the capital of Kentucky? Kyle, person.
Kentucky River.
The Kentucky River is appropriately named. What animal's excrement did Thai scientists successfully convert into wrapping paper in 2001? That was elephant excrement. Fun. Who wrote the music for Porgy and Bess? Michaela.
Gershwin.
Yes, George Gershwin. Good job. What classic rock band claims the songs Already Gone, Take It Easy, and Hotel California? 100%.
The Eagles.
The Eagles is correct. If you're in the Buckeye State, 100%.
Ohio.
Ohio is correct. Which SEC college football team uses an elephant as its mascot? 100%.
University of Alabama.
Yes, Alabama is correct. Only these Japanese were allowed to carry katana and 100%.
Samurais.
Samurais is correct. Okay, that was a very good end of our lightning round. We'll tally up our scores and be back for our final round right after this.
Having problems fitting college into your busy schedule? Take classes on your time.
Now that the kids are in bed, I can relax and view this week's lesson. It is so great that I can be out of town and still participate in class discussions. Even though this class is online, these videos really give me a chance to get to know my professors, all from the comfort of my own home.
With affordable tuition, hundreds of online classes, and over 20 degrees to choose from, Parkland College Online Learning is here for you. So go ahead, register today. Visit online.parkland.edu for more information about Parkland's online classes.
Okay, let's finish up our game. What items were thrown at President Bush during a 2008 press conference? Kyle, person.
Shoes.
Yes, his shoes were thrown at him. In physics, what is the not so peculiar force that shares its name with a vector that is perpendicular to all lines in a plane? 100%.
Normal force.
Yes, normal force is correct. From what continent of the world was Othello? Abby, person.
Europe.
Not Europe. You guys can confirm?
Asia.
He was from Africa. What is Europe's largest arch? It was completed in 1836. 100%.
Arc de Triomphe.
Yes, in Paris. Who's the narrator of Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island? That is Jim Hawkins. The U.S.'s highest auto road climbs up what Colorado mountain? The United States' highest auto road climbs up what Colorado mountain? It was Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak. I know those questions. What incendiary novel is divided into 3 sections? Nathan, say
Fahrenheit 451.
Yes, Fahrenheit 451. Good job.
Uniform.
What was the name of the charter boat that shipwrecked in the 1960s show Gilligan's Island? Jacob, say Joe.
USS Minnow.
Yes, Minnow. According to Kenny Rogers, who should not take her love to town? Hunter, Prairie Central.
No answer.
No answer. You guys can confirm?
No answer.
It's Ruby. Ruby, don't take your love to town. What term describes the occurrence of 2 full moons in a single month? 100%.
Blood moon.
Not blood moon. You guys can confirm?
Blue moon.
Blue moon is correct. What gravelly voiced singer has albums called Raindogs, Mule Variations, and Swordfish Trombones? Matt, say Joe.
Armstrong.
Not Armstrong. You guys can confirm?
James Hetfield.
No, Tom Waits. Tom Waits is what we're looking for. Manny, Mo, and Jack, who retail auto parts, are better known by what name? 100%.
Pep Boys.
Pep Boys is correct. Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen was a popular final episode of what long-running sitcom? Kyle, percent.
MASH.
MASH is correct. For 132 years until 1962, Algeria was under the rule of what European country? Jacob, say Joe.
France.
France is correct. What biblical place? What biblical place's name means pleasure? Adam, percent.
Zion.
No. You guys can confirm?
Eden.
Eden is correct. This company became famous for making polo shirts with a tiny alligator on the chest. What is its name? That was Lacoste. Who became the youngest and oldest player to win the Masters in 1963? Nathan, say
Bobby
go.
Fischer.
Not Bobby Fischer, no. In 1963 and 1986. You guys can confirm?
Roberts.
No, it's Jack Nicklaus. He's the youngest to win it. In I Love Lucy, Lucy was married to Ricky Ricardo. What was her last name in real life? What was Lucille? 100%.
Ball.
Yes, Lucille Ball. Aaron Copland wrote a suite called Appalachian Spring, and also music for a ballet of a legendary gunslinger. Who is this legendary gunslinger? He was Billy the Kid. Who was the brother who might also be considered the father of modern genetics, given his study, 100%?
Mendel.
Mendel is correct. What is the name of the most famous painting by the artist Edward Munch? 100%.
The Scream.
Scream is correct. What historic structure was saved from a real estate syndicate by a donation from a Texas cattle heiress? What historic structure was saved from the real estate syndicate? 100%.
The Alamo.
The Alamo is correct. Which sports car company launched the E-Type? Matt, say Joe.
Mercedes.
Not Mercedes. You guys see Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Yes, correct. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Prairie Central.
Hi, I'm Steve Rutledge, and I'm one of the humanities professors here at Parkland College. I woke up late. However, I will get to work on time. In this particular sentence, however is acting as a joiner word. My question to you is, what specifically would the word however be called in this situation?
Conjunction. Oh, I think. What is a jan? That ends in ing. No, yeah. Conjunction.
Is it? It's not a coordinating conjunction. Because it's not necessary. You can say interjection.
Conjunction.
Any answer?
Conjunction.
I am late. However, I will get to work on time. In this specific situation, however is what we call a conjunctive adverb. It's called conjunctive because it is joining the two clauses.
Tough questions in the video thing today. Okay, let's get back to our regular game. Which gaseous molecule consists of 3 oxygen atoms? Nathan, say
Ozone.
Joe. Ozone is correct. What raspy-voiced DJ born Robert Smith died of a heart attack in 1995? Jacob, say Joe.
Wolfman Jack.
That is correct.
Mr.
In the Hans
Goldfinger.
Christian Andersen story, what little girl was found inside the petals of a flower? Nathan, say Joe.
Rapunzel.
Not Rapunzel. You guys confirm?
Thumbelina.
Thumbelina is correct. Bordered by the Bermuda Triangle, which is the only sea without shores? 100%.
Caribbean.
Not Caribbean. You guys can confirm?
Bermudan Sea.
No, the Sargasso Sea. What are the members of the Watchtower movement better known as? They are better known as Jehovah's Witnesses. What was Amy Carter's father's pre-politics occupation? Kyle Person.
Peanut farmer?
Peanut farmer is correct. Which network is home to stars like Alton Brown, Amanda Freitag, 100%
Food Network.
Food Network, and Bobby Flay? Who was comic strips Dagwood married to? Kyle Person.
Blondie?
Blondie is correct. Who was the Green Party's candidate in the 2000 election? Kyle Person.
Ross Perot.
Not Ross Perot. You guys can defer. Need an answer?
Jill Stein.
Ralph Nader. What famous fault line in California has caused numerous 100%
San Andreas.
San Andreas fault, yes. NASA's space shuttle program ended in 2011 with the launching of this space shuttle. That space shuttle was Atlantis. What leading lady appeared in the following movies? Wizard of Oz, Meet Me in St. Louis, and A Star is Born. 100%.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland is correct. What newspaper reporting team exposed the Watergate cover-up? Kyle Person.
Washington Post.
Washington Post is correct. What president was reelected on the slogan, "He kept us out of war"? Nathan, say Joe.
Wilson.
Yes, Woodrow Wilson. And then we're in a war 1 month after he was inaugurated. What do a shoe, a car, and a top hat have in common? Madison
The
person.
Monopoly pieces?
Yes, Monopoly pieces. But I think they got rid of one, but I'm not sure. Which is a better hand in poker? Full house, straight, or flush? Nathan, say Joe.
Flush.
That's incorrect. You guys can confirm?
Full house.
Full house is correct. What do you call a substance that accelerates a chemical reaction? Michaela, say Joe.
Catalyst?
Catalyst, yes, without being part of the reaction. Which of the original 7 wonders of the ancient world was created to cure Nebuchadnezzar's wife's homesickness? 100% Joe.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Yes. What 50s police drama began with, "The story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent"? So it was Dragnet. From what is tofu made? Nathan, say
Soy.
Yes, we'll take that. Which plant belonging to the genus Panax can also be found in some energy drinks? Panax, Panax. That is ginseng, the ginseng plant. Which fictitious city is home to Batman? Nathan said Joe.
Gotham.
Yes. Okay, that's the end of our game. We'll tally up our scores and tell you who's moving on to play Danville right after this. Okay, well, day 2 of the Parkland Challenge 2017 were really good games. It turns out Prairie Central is moving on, and they'll be playing Danville in one of our final brackets. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.